Hello, back again for another Alliance raid in the Crystal Tower series. The second fight is called the Syrcus Tower. Syrcus Tower? Syrcus Tower? We'll be going up a lot of stairs. Is it a tower? Okay, just as a refresher. This is my party. It's a full party of 8 people. We have 3 full parties of 8 people, and so that means we're an alliance. Okay. Each is an alliance. Each full party is an alliance. So I am Group C, and then there's Alliance A and Alliance B, and then duty information, things we're doing and stuff. Right. There's stairs on both sides. You can go to either side. It doesn't really matter. Most people default to going to the left side though, which is a thing. And then you go up the stairs, and on the other side there's also a way you can go up there like that. It really doesn't matter. So do whichever. Okay, and up we go, and the people who went the other direction come up that side on the other side, but eventually we all go up this staircase. Usually people don't wait for this fight, they kind of just go in, and so just kind of prepare for that. It's mostly just because this one gets run a lot, and so a lot of people who run this are just like, you know, wanting to get through it. But in any case, for this first area, tanks just pull everyone together, all the enemies together, and everyone will DPS the enemies and boss down. Watch out for like these AoEs and stuff. Also, if it's like too much flashing light and stuff, you can go into your game settings and turn off the effects of other people's stuff so you can see a bit better. So similarly here, you can go up this staircase or go this way. Again, most people default to going to the left side. Oh, also, in the mini-map here, you see these little triangles, these green triangles. Those are like the alliance members of, like, so like everyone in A and B that I'm not part of because I'm in Group C, and mine is like the little blue dots that you might already be used to looking at. Okay, so for this boss, take note of these kind of lightning towers. They'll be used later. So the tank will just turn the boss around, have them face north, everyone else stay in the back. Soon we're gonna get these orbs that attaches to a few people. Okay, here, see? This purple thing is attaching to this person, and then this is what it looks like when it's attaching to a person, this like purple arrow thing, and then their orb is right here. And then this other person's orb is over here and is connecting to them. Here. So what you want to do with those lightning orbs is take it to the lightning towers. So this person ideally should go here, but okay, so they're kind of running around. There they go. So it goes in there. As soon as it goes into a tower, one of the tower bases will light up down here. And if you don't take your lightning to a tower, it will do damage to people around you, I believe. Like it will just blow up. Okay, so this person's bringing their thing here, so then now another one lit up. And then over here, people are kind of taking their lightning things to those two. Okay, while that's happening, we have these long AoEs that kind of go across, so you make sure you're not standing in that. There's a lot going on here. Okay, there are these ads that pop up. They will Okay, hang on. Okay, wait. I have a tower now, but I saw here. Each tower can only take 3 things. So I see that these 3 are there. So as soon as I get my tether, I know I can't bring it to this tower because it's full. So instead, I'm looking around to see where I can go, and I see over here there's only 1 attached to that tower, so I'm gonna go that way. So see, I'm bringing it all the way over to the side. And I'm ranged, so I can still attack the boss while I'm doing this, but it could be a little more difficult for melee. You wouldn't be able to maintain your uptime. Anyway, okay, so these ads, you see these circles, they'll do some damage if you're standing in that. So stand inside or stay outside of it, okay? Now, also, you'll notice there's a person frozen here. We got different orbs to look out for, okay? So, we already took care of the lightning orb. The lightning ones you take to the lightning towers. We have this ice orb here. See, it's connected to this person. If it touches that person, they're gonna turn to ice, just like this person turned to ice. Now, what we also have here are these fire orbs, okay, attached to these people. So what you want to do is this person that this fire thing is attached to, they're crossing their tether across this frozen person, and so when the fire thing goes across, it will melt the ice for them. So let's just watch over here. Oh yeah, I got 2 people there. Okay, so as soon as the the fire melts a person that was ice, this like puddle will drop, and then everyone in that puddle will get this fire resistance. Okay. Now, a technique you can do, which I think someone might have tried to do, is you can cross. See, if you can get someone, if you have an ice one and you see a fire person and you cross paths with each other and then they both hit at the same time, then the person with the ice won't have had to been frozen at all. But sometimes it's really hard to coordinate something like that. And so, oh, I think they might have managed to, yeah, they managed to do it because they made a puddle here too. Made a little puddle there. See, this person ran into the pack, and then there was another person with the fire thing. I know it's kind of hard to see if you're not used to looking at these things, but I'm pretty certain they didn't get frozen because there's this puddle here. And I don't see anyone frozen there. So, yeah. So here, we got an ice thing, we got a lightning thing, we got a fire thing. So those are the ones that you need to look out for. And then also with these ads, they make the donut cone things to take care of. At this point in gameplay, most people target just the boss and take it down, and they don't really worry about these ads because everyone just prefers to like dodge them. But if it takes too long to take care of the boss, something that can happen is when he does Ancient Flare, people can take more damage. And so if you see Ancient Flare, you want to stand inside one of these puddles so that you get this fire resistance up, because Ancient Flare is fire, and if you have resistance of it, you won't take as much damage. That's how that works. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. That's a lot, huh? Yeah. So the reason why we want to put those lightning things into the towers is, 1, so they don't explode and do damage. But also, apparently, you know, back in the day, there was like some mechanic later where the lightning is important, which we don't really see anymore. But it requires all of these towers to have like 3 stacks of something, or else you might just wipe on that. At this point, yeah, like people have high enough gear that we just take down the boss pretty quickly, so we kind of avoid a lot of mechanics. But if you end up running this with like a group of people who want to do it minimum eye level and synced and stuff like that, then it might be a different story and you might have to actually learn those mechanics. So, yeah. Alright. Now we move on to the next area, and this next spot is mostly just taking care of the ads. They can all be grouped up together, and you can use your AoE moves on them. That's fine. Oh, okay, I just read that in that last one. Okay, now we're just taking care of a dragon now. In that last one, if you don't have the 3 lightning towers charged up, then there is a mechanic at the end that can petrify everybody and then you can die. Yeah. Okay, for this fight, back to this. This dragon shows up after you take care of that first set of ads. I was just letting it run. A lot of people kind of forget, but there are these clones in the back. I don't know if you're following the lore of the fight or not, but there are these clones in the back that you need to take care of. See, back here. A lot of times people forget about the clones in the back, and then so as soon as the dragon is taken care of, everyone just runs towards the staircase, but you do need to take care of the clones. Okay, and then also there's another set that pops up. Whoa, I circled that in the perfect spot. Yeah, it's nice when people pull the ads and go towards the staircase, just because they know we're gonna have to run that way anyway. So sometimes you'll stand in the front and be like, oh no, we have to go back for the ads, and you have to run all the way back. It's a whole thing. Up some more stairs. Oh, and this thing boops you into the next area. You'll notice that there is like extra stages on the sides. We're gonna skip that mechanic because, yeah, usually, again, at this point, most people have good enough gear and high enough damage that the boss dies before we get to that. But if you're gonna run this synced and all this stuff, then you'll utilize those parts of the stage. I ran it once with like half an alliance. It was kind of chaotic. It was like, so here we have 24 people. And I think I ran it once with like 12 or 14 people. And so we had to do every single mechanic. So sometimes that's fun, but it's not for everybody. Okay, watch out for these. Treat it like a, you know, an orange one. You know, the ones you stand out of. Like the orange cone AoEs. We're gonna get some ads that pop up soon. You can basically ignore those. These ones. Yeah, they tether to the boss, but they don't really do much, so you can just focus on the boss. Also, treat these, just they're like AoE, so you know, step out of them. Yeah, really, it's fine to ignore these ads, okay? Most people will at this point, and just focus on taking the boss down as soon as possible, and watch out for any cone AoEs. So there's that fight. These platforms on the side, you would jump over them, and then you kind of just keep going in a circle. It's kind of fun. So if you ever get a group to go look at that stuff, that might be interesting. And yeah, so for the loot, just make sure you're clicking the treasured coffer that is for your group. If you click a different one, I'll just say that that's not yours. Okay, these little guys, they're not that little, but those you can keep together and take care of them with an AoE. But this dragon, you need to watch out for the dragon. Somebody in the entire alliance is gonna have a green marker on them. Oh, this person. VV. So wherever that green marker is, that's where the dragon's gonna swoop down and do like fire damage. Like that. Yeah. So everyone in the way gets hit with it, and I was kind of in the way, so I got knocked back by that. So if you have the green marker, you want to run away from everybody. Okay. And then here we have some ads, so you need to take care of those too. Oh, here. I think I have decent footage of that here. I ran it another time. And see, AT has the green marker, and they're gonna run. And so they're trying to run away from everybody. See, they're all the way on that side. And so only they get hit by it, instead of like everyone else. So if you can see it fast enough and do that, then that'd be great. Or if you see the person with the green thing near you, just get away from them. Okay, nice. Okay, so for this fight, again, see a lot of people kind of pull early just because they want to get through it. You can try to say, I'm new here, I want to watch the cutscenes, or I'm like kind of slow, and some people will be accommodating to that and nice, but sometimes not, and it's just the way it is now because people are impatient. But okay, so we get these ads that pop up here, right? So take care of those. I'm gonna get a few different ones that pop up. Alright, we got these guys. This one. They are big, and there will be people who have this purple tether on them. Okay. If you have the purple tether, you want to aim your tether on one of these ads, and it will turn them into smaller versions, so then they end up taking more damage. Oh, missed. If the ball ends up touching you, then you turn into a small person. You get minimized. So let's see if we see someone who gets hit with that. Okay, I didn't catch anyone, but yeah, the strategy is to put the purple tether, bring it through one of these ads. Oh, here we go. Someone got minimized. Minimum. See, because their little purple tether touched them. Okay, and here, some people got turned into frogs or toads, okay? And now some people are gonna get targeted. I got targeted. If you get targeted, you're gonna turn into ice. So I have this ice thing on me now, and I'm gonna turn into a rock. Similar to the last fight where if you have the green thingy in the Behemoth fight, you turn into a rock. Here, you turn into ice. And so for this mechanic, you need to stand behind the ice or else you might die. Now, tricky thing is, we got these frog toad things, okay? And they can spit fire. And look at this. The frog just spit the fire on the ice. So, and yeah, oh, it's toad, my bad. Yeah, it's called toad breath. So I didn't take damage necessarily, but now I'm not deep frozen, and now we don't have an ice block here. And so the only one that survived is over here. So everyone needs to go stand behind that piece of ice. Okay, it's the whole thing. You don't want the frogs to take away the ice. what you want the frogs to do is use their flames on these snakes that are going around. Okay, if you are a frog, go to the snakes. If you are a frog, stay away from the ice until you turn back into a regular player. Or you can sit by the ice, but don't like flame it down. Okay, but we also get another shot at getting ice, so that's okay. Now, the move is called Curtain Call. When this move goes off, you need to be behind the ice or else you'll die. Just like the Behemoth situation. If you weren't behind the rock, then you die. Okay, see how they just immediately died? Because they weren't behind rocks or ice. So that's the whole situation. Also, okay, this front cleave, this tank did a pretty good job of like pulling the boss away immediately. Take a look at what happened over here. Okay, so in this situation, there's a lot happening. We got these snakes, we got these people turning to ice, we got the toads jumping around. Alright, I'm trying to take care of one of these snakes, and then I'm standing behind this rock. I'm trying to stay nearby the rock, but then that breaks, so then I'm like, okay, stick with the boss for a bit, and then I'll go hang out behind a rock. Curtain Call, okay, I go stand behind here. Tricky business though. The tank over there. The tank is over there somewhere. The boss is facing that way. They're not standing behind an ice thing, and Curtain Call goes off, and then look, they died. And then the other person who happens to be a tank from Alliance C was standing over here, and now all of us got cleaved by this move. Coloratura. It's just a front cleave of fire meant for a tank to take, not us regular people. And now look, the tank doesn't move over or turn the boss, and so a bunch of us died. Okay, so this is why it's important. This is why it's important for tanks to position the boss facing north, or basically away from everyone else, because everyone else doesn't have high enough gear and defense to be able to take that. That's the job of a tank, to protect everyone else from those damaged things. So, yeah. But cool, that was that fight. There's a lot going on. Okay, so I end up watching the cutscene in this fight. I can show what it's like in another video. This cast your lot thing is just because people opened up treasure coffers. And this means that they already started the fight and they didn't wait. Whoa. Okay, so the fight already started, and now it's asking me if I want to go in there immediately, and I said yes, okay. And so here I get in there. Let's take a look at what it's like. If we just go, I skipped the cutscene in this one, and I just ran in with everyone else. So someone else already started the fight, and it's like, okay. So one of the first, if you're melee, you need to be careful with the AoEs and stuff. And see, I was trying to run out of that, but like, see, that move, for example, can push you back and take some damage from all that. So, careful with that, and careful with all these big AoEs. Yeah. So I think at that point, that's what you might miss if you watch a cutscene and everyone starts without you. But let's go back to this other video. Okay, so when these yellow things pop up, you want to have at least one, they're spread all across the stage. You want to have at least one person in each of them, and so they glow like this. See, before they were just like dotted lines, but now if someone's in it, it'll glow. You will take a little bit of damage from it, but if one of these isn't full, then, so I take a little bit of damage. But if one of them's not soaked, like if someone's not standing on one of them, then it will do even bigger raid-wide damage. So that's why at least one person needs to stand in a yellow thing. Okay, during this little phase change, we're gonna get add towers around the stage. Okay, there's a few. These on the outsides, and then there's one big one in the middle. And so for range, you can like take care of the outside ones, and melee usually just stay in the middle. If you have dots, the damage over time stuff, then you can put your dots on all of them. Like if you're playing Bard, you can just run. You can run like in a circle, and like put your dots on all of them. Just some strats there. Or like healers can put their dot on things. Anyway, so after we take care of those circle tower things, the boss comes back. And then we get these stack markers. Okay. You don't want to overlap all of them, because then they'll do extra damage, but you do want to keep them close to the boss. Why? Because they'll turn into these tether things. Circle levitation things. So see here, levitation, like a bunch of people are levitated. Oh yeah, we all have this like foot buff on. So the reason you don't want to stack them all together is because it's a stack marker, and what stack markers do is, you know, you get damage done to you, and if you have 3 stack markers on top of each other, that's extra damage that everyone else is taking. So just some people take each thing. Okay, but now the importance of making sure you're on the levitation bubble is that he's gonna do ancient Quagga, and it just does a lot of damage down here, and so you want to avoid that by being up on higher land. As soon as the levitation bubble drops though, there'll be AoEs, so you need to immediately be prepared to run out of that. Yeah, so you don't want to get caught in that explosion. Okay, watch out for this long AoE. Okay, another phase change. So again, there's going to be one in the middle, and then now we have a few more on the sides. This. So you can put your dots on stuff, or you can just focus on one of them at a time. The one in the middle does take a little bit longer to take care of, and so you want to make sure that you've got people like taking care of all of them. Usually melee in the middle. Okay, so stack markers again. Stand near each other, but don't stand too far away. I mean, stand near each other, but stand a little bit far away so you're not overlapping. And the thing is, like, yeah, if you have the stack marker and you're standing over here, technically you can, but then people would have to run over there with you, or else the person that has the stack marker might take too much damage. But yeah, you keep it close so that the people who are melee end up being able to step on the thing while still attacking the boss. And then after you're done levitating, make sure to get out of the AoEs. And at this point, people have been using their limit breaks. You can watch out for that long AoE. Yeah, that's the fight. So yeah, it can be a little bit of a lot if you're not used to running the 24 people raids. But if you do duty roulette and stuff, this one in particular happens to come up a lot, and so it's the one that a lot of people know. And it's alright once you get used to it, and if anything, it can get boring if you're only running this one, which is why most people are impatient and end up running past each other and like pooling early and things like that. So it's more likely people will pull the boss early if you end up doing this fight. And yeah, I think that's it. So goodbye, have a nice day, see ya.